You know, we live in a world, and people come from all types of background, races, and we got jobs and things we go to, and in those jobs, they got this thing called a shift, right? You punch in and you go to work, and you punch out. It's the end of your shift. You go home, right? Why can't we have a prayer shift? A scheduled time by which we come together in prayer, wherever we are. In the work world, you have a morning shift, an evening shift, a night shift. Some of us have a day shift, some of us have a sporadic shift, some of us a part-time shift. Sometimes we have full-time shifts, but each of us has a duty to do and a job spec around what we do. God gave us a job spec of what we need to do, and it's time for us to punch in the clock. There's that time thing again, and start on our shift, all right, to do what he needs, what is necessary. It is required for you, old man, to do three things, just three things he's asked you: to do good, to love mercy, and to, follow. We got to get onto the track, all right? We got to get back to the basics. We're struggling in the world, and we're getting, so many evil things. You know what? If we punched in our clock and put in our time before Hashem, we wouldn't have half the problems that we're going through right now. All right, people like to excuse it and say, well, these are just signs of the time. These are moments it was written. We can't do anything about it. You know what? That's no reason whatsoever to slough off on what you need to do. We have that shift, that afternoon shift by which we take it in. We need a morning shift of people who will get together early in the morning and take it in. We have an evening shift of people who want to clock in and start praying for you and for me and for other people out there. We have a midnight shift in the midnight hour, and even while you think you're alone there beside your bedstop or in your closet or out on the hill, wherever you pray, know that on the other side of the world, while the sun is going down, the sun is coming up, and their night shift is punching in at the same time as a morning shift is somewheres. We used to have all night prayer visuals. Now, there's nothing at all. People couldn't care less, but we have to get back to that caring. We don't care in a careless world. It is a cold world. We don't have a global warming. We have a spiritual cooling. And when things go cold in the spirit realm, before God, things heat up on the planet, and all kinds of turmoil, trial, tribulation, plagues, and things are released in the planets, and we're seeing these things coming down, and we go, what can we do? I could tell you what to do. It is time to punch in the clock, and it's time to get things done. I've been praying for a few friends. I've been praying for a few enemies. I've been praying for colleagues overseas. I've been praying for you. I've been praying for me. I've been praying for families and members of families. I'm praying for people in sickness and people in surgery. I've been praying there for you. Why don't you take up your cross and follow him? Why don't you get on your knees and weep and wail and lament? It'd be a surprise at the difference it will make in your life. It'll be a surprise to the difference it'll make in your friend's life, to your neighbor's life, wherever you are. Recently, the Lord has prompted me to organize a reunion, not of just people that I went to school with, but I'm talking about a reunion in the spirit world by which we can get together where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name. We're going to be conducting a prayer vigil for 24 hours for 7 days. Put your name on the Rabbi's Net as part of wanting to be a part of that prayer vigil. It starts with prayer. The move of God starts with prayer. Miracles happen because somebody prayed. You're looking at a life that was changed because somebody took the time to pray for him. Somebody out there is praying for you. It's time that you prayed one for another. We got to be able to rebuild our relationships, not only on the physical plane, because if physical things are going astray, it's because our spiritual things are going astray. We need to put it back in perspective. We need to bring a thing, an alignment in the spirit realm. We need to have our turning our faces to the wall and getting alone with Hashem. It's shift time, my friends. It's time to shift gears. It's time to punch in your clock and go to work with your face to the wall, praying earnestly for a move of God, not just in your life, but in the world's life. It's time that you make a difference. Uncle Shem needs you. Why don't you join him? Until next time, in the meantime, this is Rabbi Daniel Baumet with the Beit is the Congregation live at Bethesda.ning.com. We are out there. We are doing a live blog. There are things happening there. We're getting ready for a launch of our virtual Shiva. We're getting ready to change our directional focus. We're going on a pathway that's never set before. We've been ignored. We've been pushed back. We've been shunned aside. There's a coming together of several like-minded rabbis. There's a new organization and a new way of doing things. This is the beginning. Pray you one for another. Yeshua prayed that his cup would pass from him. He's over and over again shows examples of prayer and vigilance. We need to be mindful of what he is doing in today's world. You want change? It is time now to punch your clock, and it's to shift and begin for prayer and fasting worldwide. This is me calling you. See you next time. Shalom. Mazel tov.